All right, our last question. Last question here on this review. It says the function y equals f of x is shown. Question, on what intervals is f of x? Someone read this symbol. What is that in English? Greater than or equal to 0. What would you be looking for in the graph if you're looking for greater than or equal to 0? Where is it positive? Where is it above the x-axis? So it looks like to me that we have how many zeros? 3. To be positive means you're above the zeros. To be greater than or equal to 0 means you would include them. What x value is that? Goodness gracious, I didn't give a good number, did I? What was I doing? I don't know what I was thinking here. Why did I put that as an equation? Well, let's just say that value is at, what do y'all want to guess that is? Y'all want to call it just -1 or you want to call it -1.2? Y'all just want to call it -1? All right, we'll just say it's at -1. Let's just say that's at -1, this is at 1, and this is at 3. Y'all want to do that? So what intervals is f of x greater than 0? How do you write intervals again? X values. What x value do we start at? -1. Since I can be equal to it, I'll do a bracket. From -1 until when? 1. That area, you are greater than or equal to 0, and you do a union from 3 until where? Infinity. Infinity always gets a parenthesis, never a bracket, because you cannot be equal to infinity. So this is the part of the graph where it is above the x-axis. So this is where it's positive because it's above the x-axis. Just to make sure you're aware of that, that's where that answer would be. It's because that's where it's above the x-axis. Okay? And now moving on, the next one. What intervals is the graph concave down? So show me concave down with your hands. How many spots will your hand be able to put on that graph like that? 1. From where to where? Ooh, not -1. Don't stop there. This is all still concave down. So from negative infinity until? Good. Negative infinity until 1. So negative infinity is in parentheses. With concavity, you can always use parentheses if you want. Just go like that. From negative infinity until 1, we are concave down. So this part in here is concave down. What intervals is f of x increasing? What's it doing at the start? Increasing until here. Let's just call that a half. Y'all want to call that or negative half? Let's call it negative 0.5. From negative, I didn't put the y value. What's that y value? Do you want to call it 4, like 4.5 or 4.2, or what do you want to call that? 4. Okay, let's call it 4. On what intervals is it increasing? What does intervals mean again? X value. You only list x values. From where to where? Negative infinity to negative 0.5. Does it increase anywhere else? All right, from this point on, let's call this one 2.5. And I'll call it -4. From 2.5 on, it increases. So we'll say union from 2.5 until infinity. Finally, if g of x equals this, okay, what is it saying? If g of x is equal to the a rock, what is the parent function of g of x? So look at this function. What type of function is this? It is odd. What's the simplest odd that has 3 zeros? I should have put that. If all the zeros are shown, this would be cubic. If f of x is cubic, what and g of x is its a rock, what does that mean g of x is? Quadratic. And therefore, the parent function would be y equals x squared. That's the most basic. Parent function means the most basic. It would be x squared. So I'm missing some words in there. It should say if all the zeros of f are shown, if all the zeros are shown, what, and g of x equals this, what is the parent function? And that would be it. Okay, that's a wrap. You have delta math you can work on. That is everything on the packet, correct? Okay, go to your delta math. You have some time left over to work on that.